Welcome to episode 15 of Once Upon a Captain Swan. I'm your host, Sarah, and with me today I've got JMO,
Hello.
Gabrielle,
Hi.
Jenna from the UK,
Hi, everyone.
Lindsay,
Powder.
and Justine.
Hey guys.
So today we are going to be solely talking about last week's episode 603, The Other Shoe, because it was fabulous.
It's perfection is what it is.
Yep.
Or very close to it.
And it was a Jane episode, and
Jerome-
it was Jane
Jerome Schwartz.
and Jerome Schwartz. And they're just like the dream team, I feel like.
They really are. They give us such good Captain Swan content, and I
really
live
do.
for their episodes.
I also really just love the dialogue because they give us those really kind of back and forth banter moments that are so good.
It's been a long time since we had that.
True, yeah.
And we needed that.
Yeah, we really needed
Like
some
that
kind of
little
lighthearted
back and
moments.
forth that they did discussing with the stepsister's name.
Yes.
Which is so perfect and so cute and adorable and just so them.
Yeah.
Very.
And also
Okay.
that moment where Killian and Henry are doing the sword fighting, and Killian just says that one little line like, "Ooh, what did you call it?"
Oh, his voice goes on high pitched, yeah.
He did the what are you doing high pitched, and it was
Oh,
great.
where's Kim Bonita?
Kim's at Disneyland because she sucks.
I know.
So.
Lucky girl.
All right, so let's start with, I guess, the very first moment that we got, which was in Granny's. And they're having their coffee or hot cocoa or whatever they were
Matching
having.
jackets.
The matching black leather, yes.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
And
Somehow
we
they didn't
get,
mention that.
like, that monumental ovary exploding moment
Oh God.
of Killian with
I
baby
just-
Alex.
Oh my gosh.
I was not prepared for how many freaking daddy Killian feels I was going to get.
Oh
Because
my
I didn't
gosh.
watch because I with the whipped cream on the nose and the noise. I was like, is this just Colin
The
slipping
noise,
into
though.
Killian's outfit? And that noise was just too much for me.
I was just gonna say, like, I absolutely loved it, and I was like, oh my gosh, Daddy Killian feels. But then the noise reminded me of that weird Russian singer when he's like, have you seen that? Have you seen like that
Yeah.
weird Russian singer?
Oh my god, no, Jenna, I know exactly what you were talking about.
It's like, and it's just like, oh, I was dying, absolutely dying.
Bianca,
Oh my
Bianca,
gosh.
was actually texting me and said that she had that on like closed captioning or on mute, and so the closed captioning came up, and literally all it came up with for the noise was just BL 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 BL. Like, oh my god, that's brilliant.
Oh my god.
My favorite part of that scene was when his thick accent comes out and he's like, "Will you tell me about your doggy?" And I was like, "Oh my god!"
I'm so not recovered from it. It's been a week and I haven't recovered. I don't think I ever will be recovered from that
I
scene.
can't get over the fact that he like woofed at her after he made that noise. He woofs at her and I can't.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have we watched this scene? Honestly, I think I've lost count.
Yeah.
And the best part is, like, beforehand, Ashley was all like, "Can you watch it for a second?" He was like, "I don't know.
I don't know
was
what
like,
to do with this thing.
And he literally is
don't
like,
know.
"I don't. Why did you
This
put this in
tiny
front of me? I have
person.
no idea what I'm doing." And he slipped into that mode so effortlessly. I know it was probably Colin sneaking through. And then when Emma turns around to see him and that smile on her face, and I was like, this is what you could have. You can have this. And
Also, like Ashley ships it. Like she's like
Oh,
here
yeah.
for it.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, so when are you gonna put a ring on it and pop
Yeah.
some babies out? Like, because Alexandra needs some friends.
How cute is little Alex though? She was so cute.
Oh, she was
my god.
Adorable.
The feelings.
Do you know what was really funny though? It's like when he was doing all of this, she was just staring at him like, what?
Oh, so cute.
with this crazy person making noises at me.
This scene just went above and beyond all my expectations because I went into the screening that day knowing that at some point Emma was going to ask him to move in with her this episode because Jen pretty much confirmed that on Live with Kelly. But we've gotten so used to the show where they've kind of just moved things literally at a snail's pace.
Yeah.
So to actually go from, oh, she might ask him to move in today to full on, like, future baby feels, I wasn't prepared. And neither was
Also-
anyone in the room at Comic-Con.
Oh,
Like-
I need to know the reaction.
They
from
lost
that.
their shit.
Yes.
Actually, anytime Colin was on screen, they lost their shit.
Good. Good.
Good.
That's
That's
what I
how
like
it
to
should
hear.
be.
And also,
Exactly.
I don't know if Adam and Eddie stayed for the entire episode, but they actually were standing off to the side while some of the episode was playing. So they were actually witnessing some of the reaction to the episode.
Oh, nice.
Yes, good.
So yeah.
And also, Josh Horowitz was sitting front row as well, so he was able to get all the reactions as well to relay back to his brother.
Yes.
That's good. It's like they need to know. They need to know that we love this stuff.
Exactly. Mhm.
Let the Captain Swan flow through you.
Also, the thing that is just the cherry on top is the Captain Swan theme is playing through that whole scene. And that is about as subtle as a brick to the face that, like, children are is in some way in Captain Swan's future, and I am so hyped for it.
Yes.
I can't wait.
And I am, after that scene, I am full on team baby CS girl train.
Yep.
Yes.
For a while, I was like, maybe a boy because I wanted Liam David Jones to be canon. But I am totally full on for girl now. Because
Yeah.
I need that little girl. Like, Justine, we were talking about this. That little girl is going to have him wrapped around her finger, and it's going to be so freaking cute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't know how much I needed it until this episode.
Exactly.
Because I'm just not a fan of babies, especially babies on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because babies
Yeah.
are just non-characters.
Yeah. So this has
They're
been the
plot-
Well, they
first
definitely are
time.
on this show.
This is the first time
Yep.
that I've like, now I want it. I want it so bad.
I have a
it's
mighty
just-
need.
Also, like, that could be a really interesting, like, story arc to have, because she's gonna be like a twice generation true love baby. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Oh, yeah. Interesting. I didn't think of that.
And how would that affect Emma while she's pregnant with a true love baby? I wonder if Snow kind of experienced that same thing.
And this could be like a really great opportunity for Snow and Emma to kind of rekindle that friendship and Mama Snow relationship
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
seemed to fall by the wayside these past few seasons.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh God! And I just got full on like Grandpa Charming feels again.
Oh my god.
Like him being with Emma for every step of the way. Like even with Killian, like they're like totally broing out and reading what to expect. What to expect when you're expecting together.
As long as
Like,
David
it should
gets
just
his shit
Sit down
together,
with Belle.
Yes.
I think this revenge mission for David is going to be a real distraction for the next few episodes.
Oh yeah.
Agree.
Are we still thinking that Hawk might be the one that killed his father?
I think so.
Seems to be the
Yeah,
general
that's my mind is
consensus.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still thinking that. Yeah.
Which means that I hope that it's totally wrong, because if that's what everyone wants, usually they find a way sometimes to spin it in another direction.
I feel like they're gonna set it up that Hook killed him in like cold-blooded murder, but it might have just been an accident.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd work.
Because you know, like that's what the aunties are gonna be like. Oh, Hook's like the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about if it was something stupid like Hook's younger brother Liam?
Whoa.
Oh.
And then it's like-
Liam 2.0.
Yeah.
Dude,
And then-
that'd be a
but
good way to
I-
reintroduce him again.
I feel like the timing's a bit off.
Whatever
I feel
happened to that kid.
Yeah, the timing's a bit off.
Okay, but what about Emma and Archie during Emma's therapy? Like, just I don't have an appointment, but I'm here for therapy session.
I loved Leroy's reaction.
Yeah.
And she's like, wait, you got him out of the tree? Yeah, well, we weren't going to wait on you to finish things.
And then he's just like, and leaves. And I was like, that's great. And I appreciate that they finally gave us what happened to Dopey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went to do a master's degree though. How random.
Wait, but like, how did he leave?
That's
like,
what I was thinking.
Like,
Right?
didn't they say like last episode like there's a protection spell around this town so no one can leave?
Yeah, they don't
But
know what
wait
they're
a minute,
doing.
Remember,
wasn't the
Archie
tree
left.
outside the town line?
Oh,
It
yeah.
was.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. But then, like, how did he apply? Because don't you need to, like, have, like, an address, a social security number?
He
Like,
just started walking, that's all.
You also
a
need to have
record
like
of who
been
you
to
are.
university, right?
If you have money,
You
can
need a
get
bachelor's to get a master's.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
yeah.
Don't he even have, like, any sort of degree?
You're thinking too much, people. It's too much.
Take it as it is.
Got our answer, kind of.
This is once upon a
Accept the
time. We
answers.
don't question it.
Yeah.
Got the
Don't
answer.
think too hard. That's the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll make
This
your
show is
migraine
not
worse.
talking about.
Okay, back to Archie, who is not a good therapist. But, you know, he got his license from a curse. Can't be too mad about that, despite his egregious HIPAA violation.
But I love Emma's response in it. Like, just the way Jen was portraying her, like, and this thing starts happening, and she shakes her hand, like, and she plops on the couch. Like, it's just awesome. Like,
Oh, when
love
she,
that.
like, fell onto the couch, I was like, me, same, Emma.
I'm so glad that like this version of Emma is back, like this kind of sassy, like
Yes.
dramatic, less mopey version of Emma. Like I missed
Yeah,
her
yeah.
sarcasm so much.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't have hives.
I love it.
I don't have hives.
I did really like it though, because like I feel like it's like a big kind of problem with people who have anxiety as well, is like they're always thinking about like what's going to happen in the future and how things are going to end, and not really like in the moment. So I don't know, I thought it was a really good sort of therapy thing, even though it's obviously fictional and Archie's not exactly the best therapist in the
Yeah.
world, but I still thought it was like quite a good message, so I was quite happy
Yeah.
with that.
It was a pivotal moment for her character, especially being able to admit to someone else that she wants that kind of future with Killian.
And also the
Yeah.
fact
Yeah.
that the words that came out of her mouth were "I am happy" was huge. I loved that.
Oh, loved it.
Yeah.
We're happy that you're happy.
And
Emma.
I mean, she's so selfless. The fact that her first thought was not of, "Oh, well, I'm gonna die," but it's that I can't give Killian his happy ending.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, it broke my heart.
I know that was such a nice moment. It was so sad though. Like it made me sad, but it also made me happy in a weird way. It was
Mhm.
like
It
they
was
just
a
they
nice
just showed
moment.
how much they love each other. You know, they're always thinking about each other and not themselves.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. And it's also a savior thing as well, because she's always thinking about other people and not trying to think about herself in those moments.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. What came after?
After that
therapy.
was the sword fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cute.
Stepfather Killian
Adorable.
moment.
Colin looked
And he
really
just-
good in that whole scene.
He did. I was about
Yeah.
to say
I
that.
love how he kind of jabs Jared in like the armpit. And Jared kind of just looks at him like, the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing? Oh, that whole scene was so cute. And then she's walking up and she sees both of her boys just hanging out.
Even
It was-
more Daddy Killian feels.
Yes! Stepdaddy
They
Killian.
really
This
are
episode-
setting up Killian to be like a father figure.
Yeah.
They are.
It's like they
Definite
took it and
father
just started hammering you on the head with it, like as much as they could
Yeah.
in one episode.
I
And
mean,
I'm all
yeah, this
for it.
whole episode is about as subtle as like a brick to the face. It's, when once wants you to get something, they don't hold back.
No, they don't.
They're just like, look at Killian and this random child. Look at Killian and this
And
child.
Henry.
Here comes Killian and another child.
But like this was all like
Right.
Henry's idea as well.
It
Which
was.
I think, so you can tell Henry liked having Killian around. We knew about anyway, but obviously
Yeah.
seeing it on screen is always a good
But they
thing.
play it off as like mother-son bonding.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it was his
good.
idea.
I mean, yeah, I would have preferred it if he had said like family bonding, but
Yes.
you know, whatever. I'm not here to nitpick. I also really like that they had Henry act like a teenager and not like some weird mopey teenager gross version or like a 5-year-old. He acted like someone who is around like 13, 14 years old.
Exactly.
Because I feel like this is something that Once really can struggle with, is just writing for Henry because they don't know what to do with him now that he's not like some cute little kid anymore.
I'll be interested to see what they do tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
Now that he's going back to school, finally.
Like, what grade
High
is he even in?
We'll
it
find
looks
out
like,
tonight.
It looks like Snow's teaching at a high school now. So I think like all of the kids that were in the middle school she was teaching have now grown up and are now in high school. So that's where she's teaching now.
I guess.
That's what I interpret it as.
And like the scene before, I really love that scene of Emma, and she's like holding out her hand and then she put the shoe, and it was just, she's just so cute. She's just so cute in this episode. I absolutely adore it.
Yeah, she was.
Like how do you find Cinderella with a shoe and just
with her shoe? I also like how it was like a powder blue Converse sneaker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it harkens back to like the glass slipper.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a nice little touch.
The storybook version.
And the blue dress that Cinderella wore to the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, that dress is gorgeous.
Right.
I really liked how they did the whole Cinderella thing, actually. Like, I know some people sort of maybe complained that they ruined it a bit, but I thought the twist
They
that
ruined
they
it. That's literally how it was in the movie. Like, the fuck, people? Like, we need to stop saying that Once is ruining characters because it's not a line-by-line translation
as well
from the movie. Like, I'm sorry, that's not how this is gonna work.
I don't like line-by-line translations. I like good interpretations.
We've already seen the
point
original.
of the show is they're gonna take these characters, put their own spin on them. They're not gonna be exactly how they are in the Disney movie.
If I wanted to watch the Disney version, I'll watch the Disney.
They did bring in like bits from the original fairy tale as well, which was nice, like how she got her name and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Gus at the ball was funny. I said Gus at the ball was funny when he saw that plate of cheese.
Oh, I was like, oh, that's me. I would so run after a plate
I was saying the same
cheese.
thing, Justine. Yes, I would. I'd be after that thing in a second.
I'm also really glad that they got Jared Joseph back for
Yes,
that one little
absolutely.
scene.
Yeah, that was nice.
I was really excited to see him again because he's now on the 100, which I don't watch anymore, but I miss him.
Yeah, he is
So
awesome.
it made me happy to see him again.
I really thought that the casting of Lady Tremaine was perfect.
Oh,
yes.
so perfect.
She is one of the most vindictive Lady Tremaines that
She
I've
is.
seen.
She's one of my favorite villains, for sure.
Yes.
And seeing her with, like, a shotgun was kind of badass.
Also, that burn that she, like, just casually, like, just popped out.
Yes.
I was like, damn, that is, like, 10 times, like, more savage than anything Regina or the Evil Queen has ever said.
It's like,
Right.
you look like a trash can and have the intelligence of my cat. It's like,
And
burn!
in my head, I was like, Lucifer!
Yes.
If Tom Ellis would have shown up and she said Lucifer, I would have died.
He just comes out wearing, like, cheap cat ears and, like, drawn on.
Dead. I would have been dead.
But
No one
then
reacts.
Tom Ellis
Everybody's
was
like,
Robin
yeah,
Hood
that's
for one episode, so that would just be a complete mindfuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was, yes.
And I actually did like the story of Clorinda.
Yeah.
As did I. Yeah.
I like
I
that
just-
twist. It
It's
was a nice
like
twist.
in-
Oh my gosh.
It's like in that one Cinderella sequel where, like, the one stepsister, like, falls in love with the baker. It kind of reminds me of that.
Alright, I was gonna say, like, can we talk about how cute that moment was when Emma and Hook couldn't, like, remember Clorinda's name?
Yes!
Clocinda, Marinda.
Callista.
Clarissa?
It's Clorinda. It had to be, Henry had to be
Henry.
like super
The typical
author,
teenager.
He was like,
It's just like, God, it's Clorinda. Clorinda.
Mom, Dad,
Bunch
it's
of
Callista.
kids.
Mom, Dad,
It's
get
just
it
like,
right.
I know.
He's just like, God, you guys are so embarrassing.
Told you once.
Take you
Jeez.
anywhere.
But like that's something that like an actual teenager would do.
Yeah,
And,
and I
like,
do that in front of parents all the time.
and it's just like, again, it's like Henry acting in a way that like normal teenagers would act, not in this overly mopey way or having to be someone's like substitute parent.
Mm-hmm.
And in that same scene, my Emma.
Yes.
Ah.
My Emma's too strong for that.
That's gonna go down as one of my favorite Killian lines. I love it.
Mhm.
There was no prompting, it was just there, it just came straight out of it, and it's like, I'm on the floor, I can't deal with this. I've watched it episode a few times now, and I'm still not right with it, it's just, oh my gosh.
And that was coming off the heels of their first like real encounter with the evil queen, and Henry meeting the evil queen as the evil queen as well, and her getting the shakes, and they're like, what's wrong, and just the way he comforted her with that hug,
The way
and I
he
was like,
kind of like
oh,
grabbed her
God.
hand.
Oh,
That scene frustrated me so much in that the evil queen, obviously we're seeing now, she can be so bluntly brutal. Like, but I also in a way loved the parallel that we got back to when Emma was the dark one, and that basically the evil queen's telling her that she's nothing, and that she's going to make sure that she was nothing. And that is such a great parallel to Emma being like, I'm not nothing, I was never nothing.
yes.
So it's like, okay, this is really going to set Emma off. Like, that was a low blow.
It was.
Also, I'm really glad that they got rid of that stupid beehive for the evil queen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lana looked flawless in that blue outfit. That is honestly one of my favorite outfits.
And then also, I liked that Lana, it seemed like she toned it down a little bit in playing the evil queen.
Yeah.
People know I've not been a fan of Lana's portrayal of the evil queen lately. I feel it overgoes being big and animated and just gets into campy and just weird. But in that scene with Emma, she was like frightening and like threatening, and it was very reminiscent of season 1.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Except I don't like that spin. I'm sorry, I thought that was dumb.
I also did you notice the reference as well where in the scene a few scenes before, like Rumple was playing chess with himself, and then later on Regina mentioned the chessboard.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but maybe that will come into play. Like, obviously, like as we said earlier, they don't do things just by chance. That could have a something to a future episode. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
How about Bobby Carlyle's thick accent coming out when he was reading that poem?
Oh my God.
One of my favorite scenes. Seriously, it was beautiful.
Oh, it was beautiful.
I want to be his kids listening to him read a book.
So I watched it like in the morning, like before work, and I felt like I go back to sleep. I felt so calm and like after that, all the CS stuff to enjoy that. It was lovely.
I know, that could like put you to sleep. Like that'd be like a
really
real calming
soothing
thing to listen to.
I could listen to him in his full accent recite like anything, and I'd be fine.
Shakespeare or something would be great.
Oh my God, I'd die.
It was also just a really beautiful shot too of him outside the Jolly Roger. Like that ship is just so majestic looking, and
the music though, when it turned a bit sinister.
Yeah, because I think it was kind of creeping a little bit.
Yeah, well,
it was creepy.
Clearly.
That's a big reason as to why I'm not a huge fan of that scene. Belle has made it very clear that she wants nothing to do with Rumple, and he still continues to try to contact her.
Yeah.
And that's pushing it into really uncomfortable territory.
Right.
I feel like the tape was addressed to his son, though, not to her. Like, I never really, watching this.
Come on, like, obviously, the son is still inside Belle. Belle's gonna hear it. I feel like that's not an excuse.
Yeah, but he wasn't really talking to Belle, so. But, yeah. We'll agree to disagree.
I mean, I understand. I feel the same way, Jenna. I feel like he wants to keep in touch with his newborn, his baby, in a sense. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think, despite everything, if he wants, Belle and his son should really know about his father, despite what he's done. It should be,
The
I don't
child
know.
should
It's
speak his mind.
it's a tricky situation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely
Once like
definitely
sticking
not a
themselves
rebel
into
shipper.
holes here, but it's something that we need to really think about and try and. I mean, how do we fix this? We don't know. We've got a big job ahead of them.
Oh man, I don't know if they could actually fix Belle and Rumple's relationship though.
No.
I don't
No.
think.
No,
At this point,
but he
no.
also needs to be a better man for his son. That is the new
But
thing.
that's-
That's what I'm thinking about.
But that's the question: is if he actually can be, because he hasn't
Exactly.
been able to in the past, like God knows how many years.
Mm-hmm.
In all 6 years.
Yes,
When has Rumple ever been a good man?
exactly.
It's not.
It's so sad
Yeah.
that like I just keep waiting for his like big plan to be revealed, because it's like he's up to something, because he
Yeah.
always is. And so he can be sitting back in the corner, not causing any problems, but that there's some deep dark plan that he's got brewing. And I hate that that's how
know.
we're trained to think, Like we're always
Yeah.
trained to think the worst at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know how they could even do anything with them anymore.
So I mean, they've dug themselves in a hole. How to get out of it? I don't think they can, personally.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be.
Because the whole point of Beauty and the Beast is Beast's character development, his well-written
Yes.
character development, where he wants to change and he wants to be a better man, but Rumple doesn't want to
Doesn't.
change.
No, he don't.
It's admitted to it as well. He doesn't want to.
Yeah, and so they've been locked in this standstill with Rumble for basically 3 seasons now, where Rumple is just refusing to change, but Belle isn't having it.
I think that's the thing. It's like I feel like when Bay was still alive, he was more like the traditional Beauty and the Beast thing. Like he wanted to change. Since
Yeah.
Bellfire died, I don't know. It just seems to not have been the same way. Like, yeah, like now he's just like I don't care. Like I just am who I am, and that's it.
Yeah.
It says a lot when you're given a pure heart and you do the darkest deed that you could ever do, which is combine like all the Dark One power together. Like that says a whole lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to know what that means, though. Like, 'cause
Exactly.
the dark is different now. I still want to know what it means.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if he's like the most powerful thing, why can't he just take out the evil queen and hide? Like he probably has more power than both of them combined.
I think it's because they're useful to him.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, what I'm
Or that
anxious
he
to
doesn't
hear
care.
what this. I'm ultimately led to believe that Rumple is going to be the ultimate big bad of like the final season. Where someone's going to have to defeat him.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I know a
hope
lot of
so.
people think it's going to be Blue, the Blue Fairy.
They could team up.
What if?
I don't
Oh
know.
my God, no! What if Rumple and the Blue Fairy are the same person?
Don't
Yeah.
do that
Now,
to me.
think about it. Have we ever seen them in like the same room together?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, there goes that theory.
When Rumple was in the coma.
I mean, it could still be split personality.
Rumple's
We're
actually
getting into like Pretty Little Liars. Arya is a theory.
Rumple's actually the Black Fairy.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's what I want
could be
solved, is the Black
interesting.
Fairy thing.
That could
If
actually be
Rumple
really
gets
interesting.
redeemed at the end, so I'm
You're
gonna be so
welcome.
angry.
If he gets redeemed at the end, this whole thing was for nothing.
It's not like the show is about hope or anything.
No, it's like, if you're gonna be
Well,
a
you
bad
know what?
This episode, if you're gonna own something, own it. That's what Rumple does. He owns it.
hmm Which makes him a more enjoyable villain.
Yes.
Whereas,
Yeah,
like, I know, like,
that's
I
the thing.
say, like, I don't like Rumpelstiltskin. I love him as a villain
Yes.
in a way that I don't like this Regina as a character and a villain.
You just love
Or
to
a
hit him.
reformed hero.
I loved Rumple in the first 2 seasons. Like, as a villain, he was awesome. But yeah, without Belle, like, Rumple without Belle is great. Rumple with Belle, no.
JMO and I were talking about this last night, but we're really excited for Bobby's haircut.
Yes!
I'm just excited for that wig to just die.
The man looks
I
dapper.
think Robert Carlyle as well.
Yes, dapper as fuck for sure.
Yes.
I think
I'm
we're all
so
ready
excited.
for it.
No more bad wigs 2017. 2017.
This show is good with like wigs for women, but wigs for men, no. It feels like they can never get it quite right.
I'm just imagining David Shepherd wig.
Oh, it's Beyonce wig, you mean? He called it the Beyonce wig.
Okay, I'm probably in the small minority that actually liked the shepherd hair. I thought he looked cute.
I like the shepherd hair too.
I would have.
I like the shepherd hair because it's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the same as you, Justine.
But the thing is, for me, he could still get it with the shepherd hair.
Oh, he definitely could. He just looks like 70s Jesus also. So he has that going for him.
Technicolor Dreamcoat realness.
All right, let's talk about the scene where Emma has to save Ella.
Oh, I loved it.
I just loved like Killian with like he's got a gun, but he still prefers to use his hook instead.
Right?
I loved that. Just like amazing.
Killian has an aesthetic that he is going to stick to no matter what.
Yes, he is.
He looks sexy with that hook and gun. Okay.
I'm
Yeah, he
not a gun person, but seeing Colin holding a gun got me a little tingly. So
Yes.
that was about
Me
it.
and Gabby said the same thing when we rewatched it.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah, and then I love how it was Henry who was the one to just kind of talk her up and be like, no, you can do this. I know you can.
Mhm.
Because I feel like we never get Swan Believer anymore, so that was really nice to see.
yeah, Henry spent like most of the episode with Emma.
Yeah, which was really nice after seeing him be a little shit during the finale and yell at Emma for no reason.
After he messed up everything.
After he was just
You
a
done
dramatic
messed
little
up,
shit.
Aaron. No, but I appreciate that because we've seen Killian, talk up Emma and how much he, trusts her and her magic with everything. And it was nice to actually get that with Henry. So I'm like, both of her true loves love and appreciate her and know she can do whatever she can when she puts her minds to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
It was
And
nice.
it's also nice 'cause we always see Henry kind of building up Regina and be like, no, Mom, you can do it. Yeah. But,
Justine.
Spot
do you
on
like
imitation of
like
Cher.
13-year-old impressions?
Inspiring. You should become an actress.
Oh, thank you. I can be Jared's stand-in. You like it?
Well, it's a girl who stands in for him, so.
I know. She gets to like cuddle into Colin when
really?
Colin's like,
Maybe it's
yeah,
just
during that scene where it's like the vision of Emma with the cloaked figure. That's Jared's stand-in who's like hiding his face in like Colin's chest.
Really?
That's probably why they have her hiding her face, because she's very clearly a girl. They're like, just hide her face. It's fine. They'll see the blazer and the red and white scarf. They'll get that it's Henry.
That's really funny.
Jenna can't take it.
I'm gonna have to watch that scene now. I didn't notice. Now I'm gonna be like, watch it like a hawk. Like,
It's all in the details.
yeah.
All about the Tumblr.
We've got all the quotes tonight, haven't we?
All of them. That's all I'm good for, is just spitting out the quotes.
I wish we could keep Ella on for longer because I feel like that could be a really good friendship for Emma to continue on the show, Emma needs a friend.
Ella really is a really good friend to Emma. And like, if we can't have Frozen Swan, can we have like Pumpkin Swan or something?
Yeah.
Pumpkin Swan!
Swan. I love that.
No, Swan Slipper. Swan Slipper.
Oh, that's cute.
I like that as well. I like both of them. Can we use both? But yeah, like, because Ashley, like she looks up to Emma, and but then Emma also like admires Ashley to like go off and have her happy ending and stuff, and they're kind of encouraging each other, not so much as like Elsa did, but this time to grow and develop that relationship. And I think with potential there, absolutely.
I feel like Ella could be a good positive force for Emma to have in her life. So, petition to keep her on.
Yeah, definitely.
Petition to make Ashley Emma's
Also,
best
it's
friend.
just a super cute family. Like, Sean is super cute. Alex is super cute. I just want to see them
my God.
every week.
It's like adorable blonde family.
Yeah.
I need more of that family together, hanging out with them, so that I can see more Killian interaction with Alex.
Yeah, and like they could have like a housewarming party, and they could be invited.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
they have them over for dinner. It'd be cute.
So cute.
Killian and Alex fall asleep on the couch together, cuddling.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
stop.
God. She refers to Killian and Emma as like Auntie Emma and
Uncle Killian. Oh my gosh.
And like after that diner thing, maybe like that's like the only thing like Alex talks about or something,
Oh.
Yeah.
Mommy, can we go and see the weird guy who pulls his tongue out at me?
No, because I think she was probably shy. Like I know, like little kids, it can be quite shy, but once I think she didn't cry, so that's a positive. That's positive for a small child, right there. So it's a good thing, She
starts saying the word hook around the house.
Yeah. It's a start of something beautiful. You need to like get
it
back
could
on.
be real cute, and I'm very hyped for it.
Yes.
Sarah, it's been a while. Do I need to do the thing?
Do the thing. Hit the button.
Oh,
Do the thing.
Gemma, please. Oh my gosh, Gemma, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
You act like it's like such a hardship.
I
but
know.
You
it's
love
like,
it.
twist my arm, I don't you?
Jenna, please write happy things.
Happy and fluffy.
Well, I'm
Bit of
also,
smut.
I'm also in the middle of writing a smutty thing, and you all know that. So.
Yes. What we love.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like how I just loved like how, despite like Emma still not telling Killian everything, and he obviously knows something's not right, just how proud he looked when she healed Ella in that scene. And just like, it's just face in that entire episode. What we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Also, like that scene was really well written, because I thought for a second I was like, holy crap, like they're actually like gonna kill Cinderella. Like, that's dark.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
I mean, just the fact that Lady Tremaine like brutally stabbed her in the gut. I'm just like, damn, did they just do that?
She put the gun down and then
like,
boom.
I was not expecting that.
I know.
I was like, this is one vindictive bitch.
She's just like,
like, damn,
she's just like,
lady, what
guns
did
are
Ella
not
ever do
personal
to
enough.
you?
She did look menacing with that gun though, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
She did.
She owned it.
That line though really creeped me out. Like, just the line where she was just like, guns are for a coward's weapon or whatever. Like, not nearly personal enough. And I was just like,
Not nearly.
okay.
Well, I guess that makes sense with Killian holding the gun, but he was still brandishing the hook. It's a little more personal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good link up there. But yeah, and then just how like when we hugged like Emma and Killian, but Killian still had hold of a gun, and I'm not really like J-Mo, I'm not big on guns, but I don't know, it just does things to me. It really does.
Right. Like, I need to be alone kind of thing.
This episode has made me a mess, totally.
Right, shoot.
I was gonna say, do we all just need a minute? Just to...
I think we do.
Yeah, we do.
I think we do.
ourselves.
This episode's gonna be so like weird, because like all I've been doing is going, kind of thing. This whole episode is pretty much that. It's kind of like,
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
we sound just like a bunch of thirsty girls.
I mean, are we not a bunch of thirsty girls?
True.
I mean, this episode literally promoted Killian as like world's greatest boyfriend. So like, was there any other reaction to have? No.
No.
I sat in a room full of 2,000 girls thirsty for Colin. Like,
Yes. That's what you want to be. Oh my gosh.
The thirst
Yeah.
is
Can you
real.
imagine if they just kind of like, at the end of the episode, they just dropped Colin into the middle of the group?
Oh my god.
Shit.
Like he's just a surprise guest.
Do you realize Sarah would not be living right now?
No.
She would not be here.
So let's move on to
Yes.
let's just take things into an even deeper hole and talk about the scene at the pumpkin patch where they're all having a nice little picnic.
So cute. We
And
were talking about this the other night about why they were sitting apart from everyone else, and I was like, dude, it's like their head table at their wedding. They want to be by themselves.
I think honestly my favorite part of this scene was like watching Emma stroke his hair.
Oh, because I was thinking the same thing.
Like,
Jesus.
casual intimacy between them, like we're just so
Oh, I'm thirsty.
touching each other and just looking at each other and just so relaxed, and it's just so beautiful.
I like that when both of them were looking at the other table, and how Emma mentioned that, you know, she loved what Ella did, and then he said, you mean choosing love over life? And she's like, yeah, and then just stares right at him, and I'm like, oh my god.
Again, brick to the face.
Yes.
Do you think is that when she decided I'm going to ask him, or did you think she's going to ask him before then? Before that?
I think that is when she decided that she was going to ask him.
I think so too.
Me too.
I also like how she's like, we wake up every morning and we could be hit by a bus.
I have a closet full of red leather jackets.
I can make some room for black leather.
When you put it like that.
I know.
He would have said yes no matter what she said.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
This scene was so beautiful because they both were of two different mindsets. Like, you know, Killian, as you heard him say to Ella earlier in the episode, like, basically was totally aware that things are moving at a snail's pace, and you know he doesn't have any expectations, that he's not trying to rush anything, so he's kind of just content to just kind of go at whatever pace Emma's setting. So he has no inclination that this is even coming, because he's just kind of come to accept the fact that this is just where they are. And you can see it in his face, you know, he's just kind of relaxed and just watching things as they play out. And then you have Emma, who's like going through this inner turmoil next to him that he has no idea about, you know, and she's trying to decide, oh my gosh, you know, should I tell him that I'm going to die, or should I just go jump into this and just be happy with whatever time I have left? And it was so interesting to watch their different reactions as they're both going through different things internally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, going back to we're taking things slow, very slowly. I am now on team. They definitely have not had sex yet.
I agree.
Yeah,
totally
when he
agree.
said it, like, yeah.
Because he's sexually frustrated. Sorry.
that boy's
Although-
balls are blue as the ocean.
Although now that he's moved in, who knows?
They're sharing a bed, won't they? I mean, you can't really move in with someone. I mean, like, not. Well, you could do, but come on.
No, I mean,
Please.
Yeah, I mean,
they're
like, they're
gonna
not
be sharing a
Amish.
bed. Yeah.
They're
Throw
not.
us a bone, guys. Come on.
Throw her a bone. What?
Let's just put it this way. I am so excited as to what's going to happen in the next couple episodes. Like, I don't know if I've ever been so excited for anything on this show.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
A
Like,
while. Let's put it
I
that way.
can't remember being this excited since like the end of season 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just, I'm just imagining like the opening scene being Hook and Emma, like just waking up in the morning and just being like making breakfast together, and oh my god.
But
it's gonna
also
be
the
heaven.
fact that
You see
we
her,
know,
like, be wearing his shirt, like one of his old like pirate
yes.
Oh, yeah.
as she's like pouring coffee, and they just make some comment about like being up all night doing things.
I need her to be pouring the coffee and then have him come up behind her shirtless and hug her and kiss her on the neck.
Oh, yeah.
I need it.
You're
Because I
welcome.
feel like that's like a family-friendly way of like
Absolutely.
portraying to the audience, like, oh, they're definitely fucking now.
Yeah.
also makes me so excited because we have confirmation from Adam and Eddie that, like, we're gonna have those little domestic scenes coming up.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
And that they're gonna include Henry too.
Yes.
Yes.
Swan Jones family is alive and well, people.
I so want a movie night. It's got to be a movie night.
Where they just watch all those sequels that Henry mentioned.
Yeah.
And Peter Pan.
Oh, yes.
Killian walks out and goes to the rabbit hole for like drinks to get it. Can't believe it.
He's just so offended.
Yes.
He's so offended because then he realizes that yes, perms are bad. But let's be real, like even if he put on the Dustin Hoffman permed wig, I think he could pull it off.
I think it might be like a Charm Jesus situation where it's gonna look great for making fun of it.
Yes.
Did you not see the? Did you not see the photo edit someone had done of him of Colin with the perm?
No.
No.
I have, yeah, I've seen
Have
that.
you not
Yeah.
seen that? I'll have to try.
Yeah.
I actually wasn't that bad.
I don't know. Like, despite like me saying like, oh yeah, I would, despite whatever, I still would. At the same time, it is. I agree with Justine a little bit there. It's just a bit like, well, it'll be funny, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but luckily, Killian has standards.
Yeah, I can't imagine him getting his hair that long.
No. It got pretty long in the underworld and all that, but
I mean, it's not like there's like access to like a barber shop in the underworld.
yeah.
Although there might be. I mean, barbers have to die. Where did they go?
They've moved on probably.
Unless they're the Sweeney Todd, then they're stuck in. They must
Yeah, I
be
was
stuck
just
in
gonna say that.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yes.
They've done so much for the underworld. Damn it.
All right. Well, what about that kiss?
Mm.
The kiss,
Oh my God,
and the
I
Eskimo
love
kisses,
it.
and the forehead touch, and the
There were so many
cheek
parallels
grazes.
to. There were so many parallels to the season 3 finale kiss, and I
Yeah.
lived for that because that is my absolute favorite Captain Swan kiss,
Yes, I agree.
and that just
Same.
made me really happy.
The
Because these
forehead
are
touch
both
is
kisses
porn.
where they're really pushing their relationship forward.
Mhm.
And I think that that's really significant, that that's a really distinct parallel to that one kiss.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think someone on Tumblr did like a parallel to it, like frame by frame,
Mhm.
and it is like, but they've got this knowledge of each other now. Like they know each other a lot more, and you can actually see like between like Master's parallels the growth of the relationship. And I just feel like Emma's gonna have to tell him soon, because I think Killian, despite never pushing her, it's gonna start having an impact, and she needs to tell him, please.
I think it'll be
Pretty
sooner
clear.
rather than later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see them dragging it out that much longer.
No.
And I can't see Killian like being like furious at her, because obviously, I mean, who wants to be told, oh, hey, you're gonna die? It's not something you just tell
Especially
someone.
when he just came back from the dead. I think
Yes.
you kind of understand where she's coming from
Mhm.
in not wanting to tell him.
Fully.
When he had just gotten back from the dead, like 3 hours ago.
Feels like it. Anyone else?
Do we have any other
Anything to
thoughts on the episode
so-
before we get into some listener thoughts?
I liked seeing David Anders back. I was really excited
Oh,
about that.
Oh my
yeah.
god!
I love the iZombie reference.
Yes, that was beautiful.
I know.
Oh, look at that fridge. There's not food in there.
It's not
Stop
food.
it.
Yeah.
Also, I
brains.
still want him and whoever it is who's playing Dr. Hyde or Dr. Jekyll, sorry, to have a little web series together where they just are teachers.
Oh.
I think that would be hilarious.
That would be so cute.
That would be cute.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm really happy he's back. Is he in the next episode as well? I don't
is.
know. He is.
I
Oh,
wanna say.
I hope so. But Yeah, I do miss him, even though as Whale he is quite sleazy, but I love the actor, so anything that he's in, I'm just so happy about.
I was just saying, like, I really, really love having David Anderson as Whale, but I'm sort of glad he left in a way because I love him in iZombie so much.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's like iZombie's amazing, so I don't know. I think I'd rather have him in iZombie than in Once Upon a Time, maybe.
Yeah.
iZombie's
I
not
like
bad,
that he
yeah.
can come back for like little scenes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because
That's
as
still
we
about-
all know, like all TV shows film in Vancouver now.
Yeah.
It's the TV capital.
Shit.
I'm just waiting for people to be like, Once Upon a Time and iZombie take place in the same universe.
Oh dear.
What do you think about Snow's kind of U-turn this episode? What do you think about that?
I'm really glad that Snow's getting some sort of plot.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully
Yeah.
she doesn't keep teaching just about birds.
It comes across as almost, I understand why she's doing what she's doing and her wanting to get back to her normal life. It seems a little odd based on everything that's going on in Storybrooke to kind
Yeah,
of
it does
say,
seem like an
oh,
odd time
well,
to be like,
let's go back to school and just kind of pretend that like the Evil Queen and Hyde are not wandering around Storybrooke, you know?
Right.
I understand her being tired though, because I think it's the last few seasons. I think as an audience, we've been quite tired because it has been non-stop. Whereas I think after the last episode, it was brilliant. I think that's the kind of pacing we need now because the whole half season arcs were non-stop and quite exhausting. So I think at the moment Snow is kind of like us in a way.
mm-hmm.
I guess it just seems weird for me to think that she doesn't envision the Evil Queen as a serious threat.
Right.
Like something that she
I
thinks
guess to
Regina
me
can
that
just
makes
handle.
sense. I don't know. For me, that makes sense because she's defeated the Evil Queen multiple times before, to the point where even in the Evil Queen flashbacks from season 3 and season 4 and season 5, it was just like, Snow's gonna win. Like, I mean, after the 4th or 5th time that Regina's lost to Snow, maybe Snow is like, yeah, I can fucking take her. It's fine.
I think Snow's just a bit tired because it's just like you said, it's defeat, repeat, defeat, repeat. She just wants some meaning in her life, like Emma. I mean, which is where Emma and Snow can reconnect. They're both they both haven't really stopped. Obviously Emma's got more pressure, but whatevs. And they both could use this. They're both exhausted and they could really both just go on holiday or something,
I think
They
my
need a break.
feelings all come down to, I think something we've talked about in previous weeks, sort of the frustration of the lack of the Emma Snow relationship.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
to know that Emma is dealing with all this crap and then for Mary Margaret to be like, I think I'm going to go back to teaching. It's like,
Yeah, I understand.
can you please go talk to your daughter? Like, honestly,
Yes.
once I get that scene, I think I'll be okay. But until that,
Yeah.
I'm just going to
Help
continue
each
to be
other, yeah.
I'm going to continue to be frustrated with Mary Margaret until I get that scene.
Because
Yeah, right now she's acting more like Mary Margaret than she is Snow.
Yes.
Because has Snow and Emma had a scene just of them together, just talking about something?
I think the last time there was a scene that I felt was significant between the two of them was when she was comforting Emma after they took Killian's body away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the last time, and that
Yeah,
was half
definitely.
a season ago, you know?
And that wasn't even a full scene. That was just
No.
a shot.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't even get dialogue for that.
Nope.
No. And that's the thing, we've not, obviously everyone can see there's something not right with Emma, but we've not seen her parents comfort her in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's quite concerning to me, personally.
It's disappointing. It's disappointing.
It's really disappointing that these characters don't talk to each other.
Yeah.
All things can be resolved if we just talk to each other.
Communication is key, damn it.
And now,
I just want to lock some of these characters in a room together and just be like, figure your shit out.
And now you're sending David on this revenge trip, and it's like, okay, so now he's going to be secretive and telling lies to Snow.
Yeah.
And in going down this whole path.
why do they
Yeah.
never learn to not tell lies? Like, it's just the same thing over and over again. It's like, come on,
It's a
some
charming
character
trait.
growth.
Charming
Stop
family trait.
lying.
Well,
Did they never learn to not make deals with Rumpelstiltskin?
Yes.
That too, you know?
I could not
that's
handle
why-
it. Could not handle it when David goes to make a deal with Rumple. I'm like, are you
Right.
kidding me?
It's like, David, stop.
What are you doing?
Stop. Sorry, that just made me laugh because I saw this. I think it was on Dexter when someone had like put the sort of put their own sort of subtitles on, and they were like, for someone saying stop, they put like start like with like STAWP. So now every time someone says stop, I'm just like, stop,
Ah.
stop. Sorry, carry on.
All right, how about that final scene, which I loved, of
Okay.
the Evil Queen
yes.
and Hyde coming out of the jail cell and interlocking arms, and
I
they just look
am-
like a straight up badass power couple. I ship it. I'm
I'm
here for
kind
it.
I
of
ship
here
it
for it,
hard. I
yeah.
ship it hard. I'm here for it. I don't know what their name is, but I'm here for it.
Evil Hyde?
Oh, hi.
Regal High.
Warden Queen I was
Regal.
seeing. Warden
What?
Queen was
Pardon?
Warden Queen was the hashtag I was seeing floating around.
Ooh, I like that. Warden Queen.
Yeah,
I could work with that.
I
yeah.
think they'd be great together.
I am down.
I'm
I'm
not sure
down
if
for
I
them
ship
fucking
it
shit up
romantically, but I think they make a good team.
Yeah.
Oh no, I ship it either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could
I,
definitely see
at
that,
least
like-
at least I think she has a lot more romantic chemistry with Sam than she does with Bobby, and she
Oh,
knows-
yeah.
Because, like, that was
That scene
fucking
was very
gross.
uncomfortable. Yeah, very
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
The less I see of like that weird sexual whatever they're trying to do between the Queen and Rumple, the better. Because I was like, nope, I don't need to see two grandparents trying to get it on. Nope, not my thing.
All right, let's move on to some listener comments. I have just a couple emails that are fairly brief. Joan emailed us about the episode. She says, I love this episode. It was definitely the best of season 6 so far, which I think we can all agree with.
Yeah.
Now that Emma has started talking to Archie, she can't seem to stop, and I laughed when Archie kicked Liara out when Emma arrived. Loved Emma's scene with Archie, and I just wanted to give her a hug at the end of it. Obviously, I loved everything with Emma, Killian, and Henry, and when Emma asked Killian to move in, it was the highlight of the ep. I really liked the flashbacks as well, and I thought the actress playing the evil stepmother was great. I'm calling it now that that Killian was somehow involved in David's dad's murder, and I can't wait to see how it all plays out. So again, I think the fandom as a whole seems to all be on the bandwagon that Killian is related to David's dad's death.
Mm-hmm.
Not related to David.
Not related to David, related to the actual act of the death. Yes. Involved.
Is involved somehow.
Yes.
Jess emailed us. She says, I love this episode, and as everyone will say, they love the moments, the story. Even the non-CS story was great, and the episode on the whole was just perfectly done. But what I loved most about this episode was that it really showcased how Colin and Jen play their characters to the tiniest details. Killian trying to get Alexandra to smile with the whipped cream on his nose and funny noises. Emma plopping on the couch at Archie's. The play fighting Captain Cobra. When Emma's hand started shaking, the emotion on Killian's face. Emma's boys cheering her up, knowing she can do it, and last but definitely not least, when Emma was with her hand in Killian's hair and how she asked him to move in, and it all concluded with kisses and nose rubs. I know I am probably missing stuff on the little details, but this episode really just shows how well Colin and Jen can work well off of each other. It helps bring realism to their performance, and it endears me to it. Absolutely.
Yeah,
We touched
pretty
on
much
every
everything
one of
there,
those
spot on.
It
Yeah.
did. It came across as very natural, like those little kind of quirky moments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the stepsister name. Like, I keep going back to that little bit of dialogue because it just felt so natural.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like in the way it was acted as well, the way it was written, the way it was acted, it was perfect.
Yeah, because sometimes dialogue like that can be hard to play off naturally on screen
Mhm.
because that is a very organic reaction that people just have in daily life. So to actually script that and then act it out can probably be really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any Tumblr or Facebook comments?
So
I have
face. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jenna.
I have one from Tumblr. We just got one. It's from Hooked on Killian for Life 28. She said, for the next podcast, I just want to say that I thought the last episode was so amazing. I loved everything about it. Seeing Killian interact with Cinderella's daughter and with Henry were some of the best things I've seen on the show. And of course, I'm so happy that Killian is finally moving in with Emma. It's about bloody time.
Yeah, I agree.
Truth.
So, like, on Facebook, we had a few comments, but it was mainly, like, emojis and people freaking out. Understandably. I think the reaction to the episode is just a pile of, like, fangirling mess. But we did get one Instagram comment from, again, 55Miller55, and she says, "This was the season 6 episode I've been waiting for. Finally, some more CS scenes and a major relationship development." Sorry. I just loved how Hook interacted with Cinderella's daughter and Emma's reaction to it too. It was so cute. Also, I was a little nervous about how bringing Cinderella's plot back after so many seasons would go, but I really enjoyed it. Here's hoping the rest of season 6 follows episode 3's lead.
Here's
So
hoping.
how do you think maybe like the rest of the season will go from a CS relationship point of view?
Well, I think if Killian was somehow involved with David's father's death, I'm just gonna call him Papa Charming because that's a mouthful.
Right.
But I think it all depends on how the Captain Charming relationship is affected by that potential news. Because you just know, like, Killian is gonna feel really guilty about it.
Yes.
David's probably gonna try and freeze him out. And, like, that's gonna affect Killian. Killian is obviously living with Emma now, so that's gonna affect Emma.
I don't see this. I see this definitely as affecting the Captain Charming relationship. I think how it'll affect CS is that it's gonna make Killian a little more withdrawn.
Yeah.
But I think Emma, when she learns the truth, will be completely understanding, because it always goes back to that scene in season 4 where she says, "I'm always gonna choose to see the best in you."
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
she didn't care what kind of past he had with Ursula. Like, she was gonna believe that he's still a better person now.
Yes.
And also the fact that she's also hiding her own secret. So I think she's going to be completely understanding. But I do think that Killian might become more reclusive from her. Out of his guilt, because we all know he's, like, self-deprecating a lot and just always sees the worst in himself first. So I think once he learns that this is, Charming's dad, because I'm assuming he would probably has no idea that it was Charming's dad.
Yeah.
So
Big
I
Papa
think
Charming.
Yeah, they think that he'll probably take it really, really hard.
Yeah, he's openly admitted that he hasn't forgiven himself yet.
Yeah.
Like, people may have forgiven him, but he has yet to forgive himself. And this is just going to he's getting up there, but this is just going to make him go down a couple levels.
But, like, Emma's, or like since last season, Emma has begun to show, like, her more supportive side. Like, she's opened herself up and she's willing to support him and help him through that. And I think this season it will continue to grow, because, like, in the past it's always been Killian who's more supportive. And we always think, like, oh, Killian's the one who has to, be the one there for all the time. But what about Emma being there for Killian? That kind of thing.
That would be really nice to see.
Yeah.
Sort of the reverse of her being supportive.
So obviously she's got her own thing going on and everything, and Killian would, of course, be there in a heartbeat. But also, Killian is like, I can relate to Killian because I am my own worst enemy, and so is Killian. So, to have that support goes a long way.
I do want to give a shout out to Marianne. For those of you that don't know, she writes amazing episode reviews for the Nerd Machine. And her particular review for this episode was just above and beyond. Like, I feel like she took every thought that any of us could have had about the episode and she just worded it beautifully. And she brought up a couple good points, especially some parallels between Emma's story and Ella's story, which I think are really interesting. So we will link that up for you on the site so that you can read. I do recommend you all read it if you have some time because it's so well written.
Mhm.
It really her thoughts and the points that she brings up really give me a better appreciation for the show because she makes me think of things that I never would have thought of otherwise. Like
Mhm.
connections and parallels and things like that, which I live for. It's one of the things I love
Yes.
most about this show is all the parallels. But sometimes, some will fly over your head and you won't realize that they're happening. So she does a great job at pointing those out. So if you have time, please go read it. We will link it up for you.
Agreed. She
Definitely.
even she even she got a response from Jane. Jane read her review and she was kind of freaking out yesterday on Twitter.
Oh, that's
So I
amazing.
yeah.
That's awesome.
I saw that this morning. I was like, God.
Mhm. And Marianne's gonna be in Van, so yes.
Fine.
All right, are we ready for some Ricks?
Yes.
Yeah.
JMO, you want to kick things off?
Sure. My rec this week is actually an art rec. My friend Chris, aka Flipper Brain on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. She's been slaying my freaking existence with her Captain Swan AU art lately. But the one in particular is the 1920s flapper girl and gangster. It is currently
Yes.
the home screen on my phone because I love it so much. But she's got this one where they're dancing in a ballet to Swan Lake. They're doing the tango. Everything she does is just incredible to me. I freaking love her. And then she also takes scenes from the actual episode and recreates them in her style. And the one with the whipped cream and Alexandra is freaking cute. I
It
can't.
was. I saw it this morning.
It's
So
so
cute.
good. So if you haven't checked out any of her stuff, I highly recommend it. But you'd have to be living under a rock for not having to check it out.
Yeah, because actually Jennifer Morrison also messaged
Yes,
her.
she did.
Yes, she did.
Mhm.
All right, Lindsay, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, sure. So I have two one shots. So the first one is by eavesdropping by Unfolded 73 Fix. It's basically it starts off like this little cute little like fluffy domestic CS thing, but then as Emma's walking down the stairs one morning, like in their new home, she eavesdrops and it's quite interesting. I reckon I won't spoil it too much. And my second recommendation is another one shot. It's Cross That Line by Night Ships. It's a modern near you. So Emma and Killian, so Emma, for both living in Maine and everything's lovely, but Killian's a fisherman. He goes away for like weeks at a time. And this particular time that Killian's away for a few weeks, she realizes that she loves him. And then when he comes back, it's just very cute and fluffy. I recommend it. It's fluffy and it's like a lot of like cuddles and snuggles and all the happy fluffiness you'd need. I also have Gabby's recommendation because her microphone unfortunately is not working. So she's got two fan videos. I've got one of them up. The first one, both about Hook and Emma moving in together, naturally.
Yes.
I haven't watched them, but the first one is by Miss Catherine Pierce on YouTube. And basically, it's just about them. The description is just about her having a closet full of jackets. I feel like I can make some space from black leather.
Yes.
And the second one, just bear with me because I have to, because I'm on my app. Sorry about that. Gotta get me app up.
We did get a lot of great fan videos this week with
Yeah,
so many great clips from the episode.
Like one shots for. That's what I've been disappointed about.
I think people were suffering from too many feels to be able to write.
Yeah, like on our
Fair.
Facebook page, it was
Fair.
just like emoji like central. Everyone was just like, So, and then the second one, also called "Move In With Me," was by XX Mitika Sana XX, and there's no description, but it speaks for itself. And
Sure.
oh, but it's got like some dark ones in it and stuff, and Camelot scenes. It looks very emotional.
Both of
So I
those
recommend
girls
that.
make wonderful videos. The
They're
editing's great
fantastic.
and beautiful colors, and yeah, they always put out great stuff. Justine?
Oh, sorry. I have an art rec this week from, hold on, let me find it. From Coco Hook 38. It's one where it's Killian and Emma in like her chibi style. So cute. And they're in like a little mug of hot cocoa. And Killian has whipped cream on his nose. And it's just super cute. And it makes me happy. I love it. I love all her work, honestly. But this one just like tugged at my heartstrings. So
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's very cute.
Good job, Julie.
I have 2 fan arts. The first one is from your Hooked Pirates. And JMO, you sent me this.
Yes.
It's a
So great.
manip of the 2 of them in like sailor outfits, arm wrestling. It's so well done. So well done. And then the second one is from Dragon Mistness on Tumblr, and it's Killian and Emma on horses, and it almost looks like a digital painting. But it's really pretty, and it definitely looks like it's kind of in a period-esque setting. So we will link all of that up on the website for you guys.
I actually, and because she's not here, Kim actually sent me her rec for this week, just so she didn't feel left out. She recommended a little one shot on Archive of Our Own, by what's the name of the author? By Hannah, aka Secret Smile 101. It's called Dark Bucks, and it's based off of that behind the scenes shot with Rumple, Dark Swan, and Dark Hook with the coffee and grannies.
Oh yeah.
And it's the summary is, it's been a long day for the dark ones. Definitely time for some coffee. Mini silly fluff thick. I was like, that sounds cute, and I might have to check that out because I
Definitely.
love that picture.
All right, so that about wraps it up for this week. Topic for next week to be determined, because we want to see how much Captain Swan we have on tonight's episode.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out on our social media. We will let you know our topic for next week so that you can send us your input for it.
Mm-hmm.
As always, check us out on all of our social media at OUACS Podcast, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Instagram, Gmail, YouTube, WordPress. And we'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the episode tonight.
Yay.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye.